We are live, Dr. Art.
We did it again. We're here again.
Wednesday. I didn't even stop to wash my hands. I just came straight from the working on stuff.
Oh, okay.
But that's how are you, Doc? I heard unfortunately you had passed away this week.
Yeah, that was just for the weekend though. I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
All right. That's all. Prayers for Dr. Art. All right, shut up. We're doing YouTube. Lily has no respect for the interwebs.
Yeah, that was just a nasty rumor started by the people on that Atlas 31 spaceship. So just to get me out of the way until they land.
Oh, about you passing away.
Yes.
I felt bad about it. You know. So who we got in the house here?
We got everybody's here.
Oh my God. Wow, they've been here for a long time. When did you guys? 5:57. Oh,
I don't know. I've been in here for about 10 minutes, and there was like 30 people in there already.
Yeah, Stephen Giovi, Watsanda, Mexican Spec, Dickie Farley, Thunderstruck, Mark Sauvé, what's happening, man? Thunderstruck, American Trucker, yeah. Lots. Okay. Well, okay, we'll catch up.
Yeah, there looks like there's a bunch of new ones too. So
yes, we have some new faces, like Michael Buteau, 4183. How's everybody doing? We are all awesome.
We're doing much better than we were like over the weekend.
You were in bad shape. You couldn't do anything.
I was dead.
With the Belvedere.
I know. I was dead, according to the aliens.
So. American Trucker is breaking out the hammer and chisel. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like trying to do like some kind of filter on a 7.3, and it is fighting him awfully bad.
Burn it. You have insurance, right?
Yeah, forget the hammer. It's a diesel. It'll just burn forever. Yeah.
My New Yorker comes back. You know me. Oh, you have a problem with that? Burn it.
Burn it. It ain't worth it. Burn it.
Mark Survey's computer wants to crash. No more tank for Tony. I actually, believe it or not, you see, there's like psychic shit that goes on. I was actually thinking about, I need a tang tonight because I still have lots of the tang that you sent me. And I was late and I walked in the door and I was like, oh my God, Kathy Bananas and Dr. Art are already at it. No time for tang.
No tang for you.
No tang for me. I didn't even wash my hands. I just literally shot right in the door. Zero is in the house, and so is Fubar. We can all relax now.
We're all covered.
Yes, in many ways.
Yeah.
Eric's D4X. I get rid of cable, and all I watch is you guys.
Nice.
Excellent. We're winning. The plan is working, Dr. Art.
I managed to dig up an old cop car video in the archives of a dead computer and threw that up today just for fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, did I see Fubar? Yes, I did see Fubar. I greeted Fubar. As well as Zero.
And if he's not here, pretend he is. Just deal with
it. These guys are always with me. They're always like, I feel they're always surrounding me, and they just show up when we're online here. Jimmy Madison, new here. Yes, welcome. Didn't even know you did live. We'll be listening from the garage. We do, Dr. Art and I do a tech talk, but usually, it runs off to all different.
It goes into space.
It goes into crazy places. Every Wednesday, and then Kathy Bananas and I do a show on Sunday night. Sweaty Fat Guy, are we having fun yet?
Yes.
Because I'm always having fun, even when it sucks. Fun is where we're at. Right? Dr. Art is the definition of fun. Look it up.
Yeah, if you don't have any fun, just jump off the cliff. It's not worth it.
Marcus Sandoval is out in the garage semi-swapping the wife's Camry.
Nice.
Excellent. Are you really doing that, or are you just busting chops? Because if you are, I'd like to see pictures of that.
Yeah.
Josh Homan, good evening.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, better ratings than CNN.
Oh, yeah. My Monday night show gets better ratings than CNN.
Really?
And there's nobody there.
If I let her out, there'll be a melee. But if I keep her in here, she'll bark. What should I do? It's a dilemma.
Let her chew on something.
But she's gonna bark.
Just put her in your lap. She won't bark.
Do you want to go have a melee? Sure. What? She's a nut.
Mike, well, we got an actual question.
Oh, where?
Oh, right on the bottom, Mike Adams.
Mike
Will a stock Ford FMX transmission handle 300 to 325 horsepower? Absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't even know that much about them.
But no, yeah. I had a nasty Cleveland in front of one of them, so handled it no problem.
And by nasty, you mean one that actually ran well, not one that was just like covered with gack and like.
No, that was in that 1970 Mustang Coupe that did 145 miles an hour on the freeway. So
that's fast. I would never go that fast.
No, that's when I was out in California. And I was on the Cajon Pass to go from like San Bernardino up to the desert in Victorville. And I was coming from San Bernardino going up to Victorville, just cruising along. And this is 1987 or 88. So along comes this guy in what appears to be a brand new Magnum Ferrari, the 308s. And I'm like, and he comes by, so I'm like, I tuck him behind him. So he looks back and he sees this white coupe Mustang with missing a headlight, and so he speeds up. So I speed up. So we're doing about 100, and I could see his confusion because he just bought this brand new Ferrari, and here's this goofball in this old car right behind him. So he just keeps pushing it, and we were doing like $140, and I was keeping right uphill, and then he just did one of these at the top and let off. And
that's my limit. Done.
Yeah, I give up.
Yeah, I've been 78 miles an hour, not quite 80, but that's okay. That's plenty fast for me. I really don't want to go any more than that.
Yeah.
Did you? I was watching a motorcycle chase. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Guy robs. This was in California. It was like a live chase, and the guy robs a mall or something and escapes on a motorcycle. He's got a backpack, right? So he goes on this chase that goes on for not hours, but miles and miles on the interstate, 140, 150, 160 miles an hour, right? Doing all kinds of crazy shit. And then for whatever reason, I have no idea why, he's ripping along at about 80, 90 miles an hour, and he starts taking his backpack off. He's on the interstate. This nut job is taking his backpack off. Bam, right? Bounces off of a minivan. So naturally, he goes for the slide, right? And I'm like, and I'm watching. I was like, you got this. And then the motorcycle lands on top of him. Like, oh yeah. Oh, that's a bad day. That's a bad day. I crashed the sport bike going about that fast once, and I remember watching the bike flip along like this, like
chasing you, yeah,
right. And I was sliding along the pavement like Superman, and like just trying to like steer away from the bike so it wouldn't land on me. I lost all the skin from here to the middle of my ass. I had this. Oh, it was great. Oh, Jeff is in the house. What's happening, Jeff? Howdy doody.
What's going on, Jeff?
We did installment part 9 yesterday on the Top Fuel, and now Jeff is back in town, and we're going to start actually making physical progress on the car. I haven't touched it in like a week or two. You did some work on it.
I did some work on it, and then we're going to order some parts tomorrow morning.
Does he know?
Yeah. Yeah. He set it up. So
all right.
With the well, that's not a secret. Clutch and flywheel and stuff like that, so we can get that part taken care
of. Dalton Jester. What is the difference between a late 83 18 distributor with and without vacuum advance? With Vacuum Advance is a regular electronic distributor. Without Vacuum Advance is lean burn. And if you take that, you look at it, has two sets of pickups in it. Because what happens is the lean burn computer chooses which one of those or a combination of them to determine the timing. So and there's no mechanical advance. So the one without Vacuum Advance also doesn't have mechanical advance either. And that's all you need to know. Tony, there was a picture taken. Mopar's painting lines on the street. I have no idea what picture it is. Hang on. I remain in the dark about everything, guys.
It's a pretty cool picture.
Kathy Bananas chooses the picture. Oh, okay. That's South Avenue on Staten Island. It wasn't just Mopar's. It was just happened to be all Mopar's in that picture. That was like a regular street racing horn. And let's see, the car the Barracuda all the way on the left was Paul Antonis's. He had a 318 with a 6-pack on there, and that car ripped. He handed me my ass with the GTX. It's all the way over on the right. On a number of occasions. I'm trying to see who else is in that picture. That's not a GTX. That's no, there's GTX. I can't tell. Yeah, but old street racing picture from around 1984 or 1985, 1986. That's Kathy. Is she actually in the picture? I don't know.
It didn't look like it, no.
Kathy picks the best picks. She rocks. He's good, man. I'm telling you. Loud Cloud, that picture looked like Fountain Avenue. No, Fountain Avenue was a little bit narrower with the divider in between. That was South Avenue on right off the West Shore Expressway by the Goethals Bridge on Staten Island. Let's see. Mike Adams, you mentioned a Summit 750 for my LTD 400 V8, being it was originally Ford. Will that reduce or eliminate linkage adapters versus my Edelbrock? No, you're gonna it's going to be the same universal linkage. It's a Chevy linkage. They all use the standard Chevy linkage. Even that Summit. So it started out as a Ford design, and then Holly bought it and used it and adapted it to that universal General Motors linkage, and then Summit bought it from them, and it's still the universal linkage. So yeah, you'd still need an adapter or drill a hole, because what I usually do is anytime I'm confronted with that universal Chevy linkage, I just drill a hole in the right position and put the Chrysler file.
Attach it on the top, yeah. You probably have to change it anyway. I mean, most of those Ford 400s are all 2 barrels from the factory, so.
Yeah. Stephen Bunky Bird, good to see you too. Fun with cars, what's happening, man? Well, A bodies forever, says Zero, yes. And so it is said, and so it is done. Eric, did the Dukes of Hazzard influence your love for mopars? I'm probably going to piss people off when I say this, okay? I never liked that show. I was already way Mopar before that show came on, and I never liked it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I know some people like they love the Dukes of Hazzard, and I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's not my cup of tea.
Go to Eichendine 9024.
He's got 9024. I'm looking for it. How far up?
3rd from the bottom.
Oh wait, I got to answer this.
Okay.
PS23 Rob, did you know Mr. Baptiste with a 68 Hemi George Baptiste. Yes, I knew him. That was George was great, man. He was a big influence on me. George Baptiste is the guy. I was like 19 years old or thereabouts, right? Because I was like the punk run around white kid that was like, just following these guys around, watching and absorbing everything that they did in that period of time. And George was the guy who told me, because I was like, I want a Hemi, man. I really want a Hemi. And he was like, if you want a Hemi, you have to get yourself a Hemi. There's nothing else that will satisfy you unless you get a Hemi. And so, like that week, I bought an intake manifold. And I said, who the hell can afford a Hemi, right? I could barely afford, rice. So I bought a 426 Hemi intake manifold, and I put it down on the couch, on the floor next to my couch in the studio apartment. And Kathy was like, she was a kid. She was like 16 when we got married. She was like, what are you going to do with that? And I says, I'm going to grow a Hemi from that. And like 6 months later, I had a complete 426 Hemi sitting next to my couch in the studio apartment in Little Israel on Staten Island. But yes, I knew George. He was awesome guy. Let's see. Willie King is saying watching Dukes House these days is pretty cringeworthy.
I'm sure it is.
Lots of cringe back then too. Yeah. Daisy Duke. I mean, what can you say? Oh wait, dude, I'm sorry. You had said.
No, you'll repost it. It's okay.
He'll repost. Okay, I'm sorry. As soon as I saw George Baptiste's name.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh my God, I remember him. Creep 1964. I have a 3-3 Chevy Stroker around 450 horsepower with a 411 gear, with a 2200 stall, and it feels like a turtle on the start. With a higher stall help, I have a 3500 stall that I've never used. It depends on the cam. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. Well, okay. Have you maximized ignition first? What are you running for initial advance? What are you running for total timing? And curving the distributor to narrow it up between initial and total. So let's say total 35 degrees. Just pick a number. If you got your initial, if you've only got like let's say 10 degrees of advance, so this way you can just start it. So you get your initial like 25, and you get your total of 35. The car will be much snappier. Okay. So that's one possibility. I don't know what cam you have in there. I don't know. There's so many variables, or where you've got the cam. Sometimes you got to advance the cam a couple of degrees to get the thing to actually come up, snap up. Yeah, it's not just a matter of bolting all parts together and saying, "Ha, it's going to go fast." There's always tweaking and stuff like that. Dr. Art, what do you have to say about that?
There's something off, because if you generally have 450 horsepower, even like at the crank and a 411 gear, you should just tap the gas and that thing should just bark off and rip. Even with a top end cam, it still should have enough guts down low. Something's like I said, timing or something's not quite right.
Yeah, something's off. Max Garage. If you're going to build a purely correct late 50s, early 60s dragster using a Chassis Research TE448 chassis, what motor would be the quintessential motor? I'm stumped. I would do a small block Chevy. Just for the simplicity of it. I mean, you can put an early Chrysler in there. The Olds was popular then. Pontiac, not so much, unless you were Mickey Thompson. Oh God, a Buick Nailhead would be cool in there. Okay, so if you're going for cool factor, I would go Buick Nailhead. You're going for ease of service, like you're actually going to use this thing and go out and make laps with it. Small block Chevy all the time. Chryslers are hard. They're a pain in the ass. They're expensive. You don't just trip over things like valve cover gaskets, right? But yeah, what would your choice be for that 50s?
For a dragster, a small block Chevy, because you can get there's a billion mags, and zoomies and whatever you wanted to do to the thing, you could buy 1 million parts used.
Yeah.
If you go with something, if you wanted, you could do a Ford or a Chrysler, but like you said, then the price just goes up.
Yeah. But for cool factor, nailhead Buick.
Yeah.
That engine just looks right in that chassis. I can picture it in my head. Mark Survey agrees. Okay, Mike Adams is saying that's something I have to learn is setting total timing. I can do initial, but no experience in total. Okay, Mike, I'm assuming you don't have a dial back timing light, okay? Which I don't either. I've never used dial back timing lights. I always use just a standard strobe timing light. But what I do is I put marks on the timing, on the timing gear, and I go from there. So I did a video last month. It was sometime in September, called Real Men Have Badass Timing Marks. Okay? Go watch that video and it will show you how to mark your damper so that you can check total timing. You can your timing light with a regular strobe timing light. But that's probably where you're going to find your issues is ignition timing. Big, especially you throw a cam in it. Ignition timing becomes all the more critical.
What's Territory saying there? Go up.
Territory. Dr. Art, in a blow-through turbo conversion for 2.25 liter four-cylinder landing motor, when is it needed to add water injection?
When you get past, say, 4 or 5 pounds of boost, get yourself a Mac switch, Mac valve, and hook it in between the, reference it from the manifold. And when you go above 4 or 5 psi of boost, that Mac valve will kick in, close the switch, and turn your water injection on, and you'll be safe.
Just 4 or 5 pounds of boost? I would have thought more.
On a 4-cylinder, yeah, especially on a Land Rover motor, they're not real boost compatible.
Okay. Is that the two?
As soon as it, just you don't flood the thing, but just enough to cool that charge to keep it from overheating those Land Rover parts because they got really small ports. So,
okay, Eric's D4X. Can you clean a head or exhaust manifold with a belt sander? I wouldn't do it with a handheld belt sander, but a conveyor belt, yeah, absolutely.
I've used the flat pneumatic body sander, but that's a little bit less aggressive than a belt sander. A belt sander, you can really do some damage quick.
Yeah. But as far as for instance, a high volume machine shop will surface heads, just clean them on a conveyor belt, on a belt, sand belt, take the head, drop it on there, hold it for a couple of seconds, and that's it.
You're done. Yeah.
You're done. Now that's not exactly what you would call precision high-end, competition race engine building. Formula One teams don't do that, okay? But for like a normal engine, the kind of stuff that we're going to deal with on a daily, yeah, it's fine. Because all you do is clean out the high spots.
Yep. Zonda, you're right. Hob switch was the name I'm looking for. The back valve was for the other side of the turbo, but yeah, a Hob switch, just pressure sensitive switch to open and close the circuit.
Buddy Carfiner, what Mopar engines were blue and which were orange? So your Max early on your Max Wedge and your 426 Hemis were orange. All the other V8s were turquoise. 68, everything was turquoise. The big block, small block was red. 69, your high compression V8s were orange, except for the ones that they put in the Charger, which were turquoise. 70, all of your high compression engines, the 340, the 3 4-barrel Magnum, the 446 Magnum, 426 Hemi were all orange, and no more turquoise engines. Everything else was blue. And then I just ran out of memory. Some were orange and some were blue. There you go.
Mm-hmm. At Power Toys.
At Power Toys.
He wants to know what's better. Yeah, it was right above that, but we can take that one too.
Okay. I replaced a stock emissions cam to a mild RV cam in my 400. Okay, but there's got to be something more to that question.
Yeah, we probably missed it up ahead. So.
Okay. Power Toys. What's better for power, headers and mufflers, or headers and straight pipes?
What are mufflers?
I mean, that's kind of. Oh God, you have so many options. There is no cut and dry answer for that. A straight pipe is going to be better than a restricted muffler, but a well-constructed exhaust with properly placed mufflers and all that, you're not really going to see much of a difference.
No.
When you're going to see a difference is when you start eliminating the exhaust pipe. Like if the straight pipe that you're referring to is a collector extension hanging off the end of your header, it's like, a 2 or 3 foot long header extension. Yes, that's your best power. But once your straight pipe gets, let's say, mid car and behind, there's so much heat loss through the pipe that it's not really it's not going to be any more efficient than a muffler. Okay. Oh, dude, we've run out. Okay.
What?
Let's see. Let me look her up.
Good. Cause mayhem out there. Yeah.
What was that about?
Cause mayhem out there. Yeah.
Are 58 to 61 Chrysler Golden Line engines worth using? They don't have very good cylinder heads. Well, okay, compared to the later 516s and 906s and whatnot. I would eliminate the 350. It's a pointless engine to build for anything, but it's a perfectly adequate engine to just restore and put in the car. The same thing goes for the 361. The 383 tall deck, again, perfectly good engine to use for your restoration or just driving on the road, but you're not going to get any performance out of it. So all of those engines are perfectly adequate as drivers. They'll all do the job, but they're not performance engines. They were performance engines in their day, but towards the later part of the 60s, they got so much better. Zero says classic Mopars have resonators. Yes, they do, which is a straight pipe, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Sauvé is saying, Power Toys, keep in mind, straight pipe will run leaner and it will need to be jetted fatter. To a point. Like where that exhaust pipe gets cold, it becomes a restriction, right? So remember, the heat is the lubricant for exhaust. So that's which is why you heat wrap things. So now if you've got, let's say, a 10-foot run of straight pipe, and let's say 5 foot in, the pipe is cold, and especially now you're using this and you're driving it down the road, there's air blowing on it all the time. The pipe literally gets cold. There's not enough it starts to create its own restriction based on the fact that it doesn't want to flow. Do you see what I'm saying? A long straight pipe, so straight pipe to the back bumper, is not going to run any leaner than a let's say a muffled deal.
Did you see Andy Wood put up a post about Tim from Drag Boss? I don't know if you've ever watched his channel, but he got hacked the same way I did. Sounds like by the same guys.
Kathy mentioned that to me last night. What happened exactly?
From what I'm getting from Andy, he got hacked, and then Andy found out about it because, you know, he's a Ford drag racing channel, and there were some people talking about Elon Musk at 2 a.m.
Okay.
Sounds familiar. And
Sounds
then,
familiar.
yeah, and then it's gone, and he's trying to get it back, and I'm like, hopefully he backed up his videos.
Well, Drag Boss Garage, I think I did a live with him years ago. Good channel, good guy, good channel.
Yeah, Tim's a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, go support him. If you can, go over there, give him a sub.
Yeah, I don't even know if he started a new channel or anything yet, but yeah, I was back and forth with Andy last night, and I'm like, sounds like the same guys. So I know exactly how he got hacked. And
well, how exactly did you get hacked?
I clicked on a link to something I shouldn't have clicked on, and it instantly loaded a virus and a Trojan horse in my computer. And
okay, was it a fake?
No, it was a very, very good spoof email. And then the way you check for spoofs is you check the email address and stuff, and because they had used an email address from something that had hacked off a Red Bull, so it was an actual Red Bull marketing email, legitimate phone numbers, everything like that. I was still like, I shouldn't do this, but they were offering me money, so I'm stupid. And I clicked it, and a little box came up, and I'm like, you're downloading it. I'm like, oh. And it was too late.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I would imagine something similar happened to him, because that's how they get it.
That's what we know about any emails.
Yeah, I know. I don't. But yeah, lesson learned.
Wheelie King is saying, my dad used to tune exhaust with his hand. He would find where the temp after the headers dropped drastically and said, cut it off there, because everything behind the temp drop is doing nothing. It's becoming a restriction. The exhaust is piling up at that point. That's right. You ever see those guys? It's always, for some reason, it's always a pickup truck where they straight pipe it right to the back bumper, and that very unique sound. It's just like blah 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 blah. Like it loses all of its tonality, right? It's because the exhaust is dead. By the time
because it's going through all that cold pipe and everything, it's just it's losing its bolts. It's just tumbling, and yeah.
Let's see. I didn't talk about the thumbnail. Principal email. Let's see. Power Toys. How do I make a TVIA 351 richer? Take O2 sensor out? No.
Find out why it's lean. And if you've cut off the exhaust like you were asking before, that's probably why it's lean. And if it's a TBI motor, you can't really do much with it.
Well, you can't. So if it's for a performance thing, you're not really looking for the drivability part of it, but you're looking for the just performance part of it. You can either unplug the coolant temp sensor, and that's not the best way to do it. You can unplug the coolant temp sensor and go make runs with it, or you could go get a second coolant temp sensor and just zip tie it to something under the hood. And when let's say you're gonna take it to the track, or you're gonna screw around with it, you want it a little fatter, you just unplug the one that's in the engine and plug it into the one that's hanging off the side of the engine, and that'll tell the fuel injection that your engine's cold. It'll fool it into thinking the motor's still cold, so it'll richen it up.
Richen it up. Yeah.
Now that was when I was screwing around with fuel injection cars in the middle 1980s. That there was no other way. That was the only way you could
That
fasten.
was the 5-liter trick. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 5-liter trick. So as I remember the first time I unplugged the coolant 10 sensor and the car went like 2 tenths quicker, and I was like, yes, we're onto something.
Found something. Yes.
Yeah, and so I would always run mine. I would just disconnect automatically, disconnect the sensor and go. But other guys had started adding a second sensor that wasn't because it kept everything like cohesive as far as the computer's concerned. So they would just plug into a second one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Max Garage. Well, yeah. Oh, anytime, brother. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's yeah.
OBS Sext 4x4. I have a 78 Monte Carlo with a 406. I don't run it very often, but every time I start it, the exhaust leaks out water. Oh, yeah, it stays in the garage all the time. What's causing the water in the exhaust? Condensation.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Just shoot some water out the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? If you're getting water dripping out the exhaust, run it. You know what's happening is you're not running it long enough. Okay. So if you start the engine up, you just sit there and say, because I do the same thing with my bikes, right? I have like 3 bikes here in the garage, and I'll start them every week or so, just to keep everything circulating. But once you start them, you have to let them reach complete full operating temperature, and the exhaust has to reach operating temperature, or the condensation builds up in there and it doesn't burn off, and that's when it starts rusting stuff from the inside. So when you start that car, just to keep stuff circulating, let it run. You let it sit there for 15, 20 minutes and make sure that the exhaust has reached full operating temperature. It burns off all of that condensation water. How do you feel about that, Dr. Art?
I feel that's safe advice.
Okay.
Because I mean, you're going to get some condensation no matter what. But yeah, just heat it up, get the mufflers warm, so everything that's sitting down there bakes off, steams off. You'll be fine.
Trike Kid, your latest video is incredible and blows my mind how you can set up an engine's fuel system and not blow it up the first run. I'm not really sure which one you're talking about, Trike Kid. The last one
Century Nitro
was on the Nitro. Is that what you're talking about? Because if it is, I have there's more to it. I actually talked about the fuel system, the basic setup of the fuel system in previous videos in that series. Thunderstruck, yes, you are absolutely right, Thunderstruck. Drill a 1/8 hole below the muffler, it'll drain the water. Yes. That's
or you could drill 1 8-inch hole in the muffler and not have to worry about it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. 1 8-inch hole will let everything out.
Yeah.
Eric's, have you seen the carb cheater videos? Yes.
Yep.
Let's see. Yes, dummy sensors.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. NHRA water is a byproduct of ideal combustion.
Yeah.
I've seen really city water. But I mean, I never really thought about that.
Yeah, it's true.
Trent Fan, we were at the Valley over the weekend. I had my green Fox out. You got both of my passes on video. Thank you. Oh, that was a great car, man. I love that car. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a neat little. Yeah. So what was?
I hope to see Ethra. Well, you'll probably go to Crossville if Buffalo was your local track. Yeah. I live in Murfreesboro, so I'm exactly halfway between Buffalo Valley and Etheridge. So Etheridge will just be my home track now. see. Mike Adams, I remember you mentioned in one of your videos about inverting the pistons to gain more power. Is that a good or bad thing for a daily driver engine? It's not. It's not inverting. Don't put them in upside down. You take the ones from the even bank, okay? Assuming you've got a V8, and assuming there's no dome involved, and assuming that you don't have any piston to valve clearance issues. There's a few caveats that go along with that. Well, let's just say you've got a flat top piston, okay? What you would do is you would take the pistons from the right bank, turn them around, and put them in the left bank. So there's going to be a directional arrow, okay, that when you, from the factory, there's going to be a directional notch in the top of the piston that's going to point to the front. And so what you want to do is you want to have a point to the back. So if you turn it around in its own bore, you don't do that because of the rod orientation. So to keep the rod orientation correct, you take it out of this side, you move it to this side, and you turn it around, and you drop it in. And yes, it frees up some power. How much? I don't know. It's never been documented. Where did I learn this from? Chrysler engineers themselves. And they wrote about this in the direct connection to racing manuals, and this was a common practice back in the day. So that's that. Oh, and can you use it for a daily driver? Every single engine I have ever built for myself, right, which is countless Mopars and a handful of Chevys and whatnot over the course of my life, every single engine I have ever built for myself had the pistons in backwards. So have I ever run into any sort of problem with it? Any downside to it? No. And I've always had I've always had cars that were faster than they should be given what they are. So it's all little things like that add up. TBI will probably run like garbage without a temp sensor. I'll give it a test. I have more tricks up my sleeve. Map sensor, dizzy signal wires. Stay tuned. No, it's going to run the same as when so it's going to give it the same amount of fuel as it would give it when it's cold, right? But not really cold because you're still dealing with the under temperature. So think about this, right? The coolant temp is at 200 degrees, all right? Under hood temp is probably around 150, 140, 150. Remember now, hood closed, really no place for any of that to go. You're only dropping the temperature by about 50 degrees. So that's with the dummy sensor. Without a sensor at all, you're going to no sensor at all, so it's going to go full rich. But with the dummy sensor, no, it won't run bad at all. Try it.
Right on the bottom there, do you know what he's talking about here? BS23 Rob 48.
Tell us about Brian's SK Dart and the big money Camaro race behind the airport. On 150th Street? Oh God, I wrote a story about that 50, 40 years ago for Cars Illustrated. I don't know. Find a thing called quarter mile. Just put that into Google, and you'll have the whole thing from that. Model Jet Juggernaut. Do you recommend modifying a 1970 daily driver with single exhaust to duals? Depends what it is.
Yeah.
So now we're talking just like a daily driver type of engine, right? You're going to see better performance out of, let's say, a single 2 3/4 inch exhaust, right? 2 3/4 to like even 3 inch exhaust, than you will out of a pair of duals with 2 1/4 inch pipe. for a daily driver, a large diameter single is almost always better, unless you're dealing with a very large engine. And a big diameter single sounds really good too. Again, daily driver. So it really just depends on what you have. But if it's a daily driver and you're not trying to impress anybody with two pipes sticking out the back, then I would go with a larger diameter single.
Yeah, and you know, as you get older, you want your dailies to be a little bit less loud.
But they sound really good. A big diameter single exhaust sounds good. It just has, has that throaty sort of like it's got a got it together kind of sound.
Thunderbird 68 up on top there.
There it is. Is a good composite head gasket okay for a normally aspirated 11-4-to-1 race engine, and should I upgrade to a multi-layer steel? Yeah, no, 11-1. Yeah, good composite gasket is fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You don't really have to. I mean, if it's a normally aspirated engine, right? You just said NA, right? Oh man, you don't have to think about MLS gaskets or anything really exotic until you pass that 12.5-to-1, 13-to-1 range, and at that point things become an issue. But no, any 11-to-1, 12-to-1 engine composite is just fine. Let's see. Joe K, how do you dual exhaust an inline motor? Which cylinders get split? Don't do it. Do not do it. So an inline engine generally does not have enough, there's not enough oomph behind the exhaust to keep a dual exhaust happy. First, they sound like hell, right? A dual exhaust, an inline, like a six-banger with dual exhaust sounds like shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to sound like shit. Right?
Yeah.
What mufflers you use, I don't care. It just doesn't sound right. Where an inline through a large diameter single is silky and throaty and listen to Mission Improbable. Dr. Art, would you say that's one of the best sounding friggin' stock?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes. For some reason, people have been trying to like with the slant sixes. They're obsessed with running like the Dutra duals and shit like that. Bad move. The factory exhaust manifold is better for sure. The Hyper Pack came with two long runner exhaust manifolds like the Dutra duals, but the Hyper Pack also had a Y pipe that tied those two heads, the two together. So they're running a single exhaust. They were running long runner manifolds, headers, right? But they tied into a Y pipe and a single exhaust right out. So I would never, okay, how's this sound? I would never even consider dual exhaust on an inline.
No, you're right. It just doesn't sound right. Yeah, and yeah.
Wheelie King is saying I did back-to-back 2 1/4 dual to 3-inch single on a warmed over 360 and a 70s 4x4. Single ran way better. It's custom though from manifolds back. Yeah, well, the single exhaust retains the heat. You know, there's losses, right? As the exhaust pulse is traveling down the pipe, it's experiencing the friction of the pipe. And as the pipe gets colder, there's more friction. So it slows the pulse down. And then when you higher RPM, those pulses start to back up and you actually will see back pressure because of that. Now, that single exhaust, with all of the exhaust heading through the one pipe, the heat zone extends much further back. So the further back it goes, the more efficient that exhaust becomes. And they sound good. The only time you start looking at, you know, where a dual exhaust is necessary is a larger displacement, and we're talking larger displacement for us is small, but like 300 to 400 cubic inch V8, yeah. dual exhaust will work. A single exhaust is better. It's only when you get to really big engines that the diameter of a single exhaust, so if you're talking about a 440, a 454, or 460, 500-inch caddy, whatever it happens to be, at that point, the diameter of the exhaust would have to be so large, a single, to evacuate the motor efficiently. That's when it's almost necessity to go to a dual exhaust. So split headers are just another marketing trip. You give people what they want. People want to put a dual exhaust on their car, so you sell them the friggin' dual exhaust.
Sell them what they want.
Sell them what they want.
Your slant six will be fast.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Let's see. I'm just going through it. Do you see anything interesting, Dr. Art?
Yeah, Thunderbird 68's got something cool. It's 3/4 of the way up.
This one?
Yeah.
There were a bunch of H Code 72 Dart 340 swingers ordered by a Canadian dealership after they were discontinued. Anyone interested, if I made a video about the article? Was 71 and 72. I think there were like 75 71s and like 50 72s. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I think people would find that interesting.
What is the H code on that?
Oh, a 340.
Oh, okay. The H code is the 340. Okay.
Yeah. So the swinger was only available with the 340. Well, 69 was the first year for the swinger model, and then 70 the swinger. Just the regular 2-door hardtop Dart, had a 340 option. And then 71, the slinger lost the 340 option, and you had to get it in the Demon body. So you had the 340. Okay. But there was a Canadian dealership that put in an order for a large number of them, and Chrysler gave them what, because it was such a large order, they gave them what they asked for.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So yeah, there several of those cars are survivors. And then Fubar just put up a link to my merch. Thank you, Fubar. It helps pay for this extravagant lifestyle I have. I don't have an extravagant lifestyle.
Dog treats and T-shirts. Yeah.
Thank you, Fubar. Let's see. Ford Mule CD Burlock. You change your name often. Go see how the GTR Straight Six racing exhaust is designed. Good suggestion. I didn't.
Yeah. That GTR I had in the garage. That's a twin turbo Straight Six, and that's a single exhaust. A 2-in-1 and just shooting flames out the back. Yeah.
He's working for a gentleman that owns one. Dr. Art had one in his possession full of oil. Billy Bob. Billy Joe Bob. Back in the mid-'70s, I built a 206-cylinder for a friend's Bronco and had a 180-degree header from Clifford Research. Sounded so weird coming through the mud at 7,000 RPMs. I love the sound of Mission Improbable. It's just why did I say out?
It just makes you smile. It's the most fun thing there in a long time, and it just keeps taking the beating.
Josh 44, do you weld your exhaust with Fluxy? I weld everything with FluxCore. Everything. The only thing I don't weld is aluminum with FluxCore. Obviously, there's no option for that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I weld cast iron. I weld mild steel. I weld chromoly. The chromoly I'll heat it to a dull red with the torch, after I'm done. But yeah, I weld everything with chromoly with the flux core.
That's why they make flux core, so you can weld everything without gas.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it as pretty? Yeah, maybe not sometimes, but it's you get the heat.
Come on, I've done some nice looking welds, Dr. Art.
Yeah,
You
well,
have to admit, come on.
maybe you have.
Occasionally, it'll be a nice looking weld.
If I'm welding like roll bars or something and the heat's all the way turned up, yeah, they look good. So
Spitfire Mike really dug the Nitro video. Very informative. Been watching you before the parking lot videos. Excellent. Parking lot videos. Parking lot videos. Oh, the lives we used to do buffed up.
you and Buff in the parking lot, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. We have a lot more to come. And Dr. Art is covering that same thing on his channel. Not the same thing exactly, but he's covering his end of what he's doing on the dragster on his channel. So he's got a few installments up there now. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab.
Go there and watch.
Bill McKeiska, thank you. Opinions on tri-Y headers versus step-tubed headers?
Tube, probably tube.
Oh, step-tube headers versus normal long tube, pros and cons. Tri-Y is good for bottom end torque, but it's not real. It's not a racing header. Okay. Step tubes. The only reason why I use step tube is because you've got two big. Okay, so on the flange, on the exhaust flange, most engines have crowded pipes. So in other words, like you can only get so big of a tube sucked up to the cylinder head. So you would step it up. So you go with the largest diameter you can get away with, like on a small block Mopar, it's like 1 5/8, and then you would step it up to like 1 3/4, a little bit further down, so that you could actually fit a header gasket that will seal to the cylinder head. And then there's no reason you have a step tube header. And then normal long tube headers would be the best option. Did I cover that correctly, Dr. Art?
Yeah. The only thing I've really seen tri-Ys work on are early Mustangs because they just sound right with them on them.
Okay, but is there a performance advantage to them?
Well, like you said, low end because it's a small motor, but
Trike Kid. Is there a way to calculate jetting on a freshly built nitro motor? Seems like if you're even the slightest bit lean, it'll blow up. So you always err to the side of fat. And I have a starting point tune-up for that style engine, meaning single pump, single mag, no overdrive on the pump. I have a starting point tune-up for that I've put on countless cars. And I actually wrote a two-part story in Superstock and Drag Illustrated back in 1997, I believe it was. It was 2 parts. It was called Cheap Thrills, and I included that exact tune-up in there. And I can't tell you how many times over the years I've been to the pits of the race, and somebody will walk up to me and say, you know, that was great. That tune-up got me going, and we've done this, we've done that since. So. Yeah, and that tune-up I got from Gene Adams, right? Back in like 1988, or when I was starting 89, when I was starting to build my first blown nitro car. I made a couple of small changes from Gene Adams' original. The nozzle stagger I got from Gene, and then other things I developed or found worked better for my circumstances, and that's what I passed on in those stories. Why there are 2 firing orders for Ford V8s?
yes.
Yes, just to aggravate you.
Just to aggravate you. Yeah, flat tappet and roller engine. Yep.
What motor oil do you, Eric's D4X, what motor oil do you guys like for 60s daily driver? Dr. Art?
I like the Rotella stuff. It's got all the dinosaur bones in it. It keeps the old motors happy. That's what I would use, and it's cheap. So
Yeah. Or the Delvac is
Yeah.
another one that's cheap and it's got diesel oil. Any diesel oil is going to have a little bit of
everything you
zinc,
need. Yeah.
just enough zinc to keep everything happy. Jay Weiss, has anyone ever put a V8 into a Tesla? Yes, one of my favorite YouTubers in the whole world of YouTube, Rich Rebuilds, built a V8 Tesla. He put a small block, an LS in a Tesla. What did he call it? It's got I forgot what the name of it was.
Like LS or something like that.
I don't remember. But yeah, go check out Rich Rebuilds. Rich Rebuilds Tesla.
Mm.
Barracuda, Tony, the Australian Valiant Charger E49 with the 265 Hemi 6 inline and triple orbers has split headers and dual exhaust from the factory. Yes, it was done in several different applications, but it's not best. So in other words, like there's a lot of things. So they put wings on those cars. They put like spoilers and scoops that don't work, and they call an inline engine a Hemi. Okay, so see what I'm saying? It's like just because it's there doesn't mean it's good. It's a marketing thing. It's like, yes, okay, dual exhaust, muscle car, right? But it doesn't mean it's any function. It's functional. It's like a freaking shaker they put on Trans Ams, or I've got so many different scoops that are completely pointless. So many wings that are completely pointless. That falls in under the heading of that.
Yeah, I love the shaker on the Trans Ams where the back's closed off.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Why don't you open that up, drill some holes, be a man, cut your car up, make it go fast.
Lucas hot rod oil. Well, if you're wealthy,
You just, I want to spend extravagant amounts on motor oil.
Right. then it's fine. There's lots of ways to spend a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the newer stuff, yeah, you can spend all you want, Mobile One or Royal Purple or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So, but then the older ones don't like that stuff. The gaskets aren't compatible.
So, McIntyre Tyler 89. Will Uncle Tony ever do a drag and drive? Me, myself, my own human body doing it? Absolutely never. It'll never, ever happen. Just no. Okay, but I would love to send one of my cars with somebody on a drag and drive. Absolutely, because I want to sit back. I want to watch it on my TV. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, this would be awesome. But I just spent my years on the road. I did my racing. I did all of that, and I never ever want to do it again. But I do love to watch other people do it. You know what I mean? And I would love to participate in contributing a vehicle for it. But I myself will never go out there. Plus, I'm a neurotic recluse. I hide from people. Dr. Art will tell you that.
Yeah.
But I would love to participate, but not actually sitting in the car.
And Territory says, yeah, Rich from Rich Rebuilds would be a nice live, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd love to do a live with him. I don't know if he probably has never even heard of me or anything like that. He's like another level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and deservedly so, man. He's just brilliant. There's some people that I consider to be apex YouTubers. Like these guys really have it down. Sean from Bikes and Beards is one of them. Apex YouTuber. And Rich Rebuilds, apex YouTuber. Like these guys, like they
take it serious.
I look at them as like, yes, you know what I mean? Those are the guys I look up to in this business. Try Kid. Advice for a young man who believes there is never enough time in the day to work on engine builds and automotive projects.
Put your phone down and turn off the TV.
Yeah.
Just unplug, and then you'll be like, oh, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, let's go outside.
Honestly, my brother, you probably spend more time like you don't realize doom scrolling and shit like that, and letting all of these like distractions of the modern world get in your head. And if you just unplug from all of that, and instead of sitting here watching this, if you're interested in participating, just play it in the background and go out in the shop and do your thing. The hardest part is getting started.
Just unplug, walk in the garage, and leave everything in the house.
Yes.
Tell the people to leave you alone. You already have enough dinner, and you'll come in when you come in. Make time.
And it's not just the young guys. There's plenty of people my age that are the same way. They just,
Oh yeah, everyone gets caught every once in a while.
Yep. And it's a matter of discipline too, self-discipline. You have to, because sometimes it's not pleasant. The hardest part is getting started.
Right. Sometimes you just dread going out in the garage because there's that car there that's been there forever that hates you.
Yep.
But you got to get it done.
Environment has a lot to do with it too. If your area where you're working is cluttered, dimly lit, if you have to jump through hoops, move garden stuff,
shit everywhere, yeah,
right. That will stop you from doing it too, right? Because psychologically, it's creating all of these barriers. So you want clean environment, well lit environment. You know what I mean? And it'll be inviting. You know what I mean? Find things that you like and include them in there. You can have a TV in there, have your computer, your internet going and stuff like that. Have music playing, whatever it is that you do. Stay away from. Don't. You're gonna go work on your car. Don't drink. Don't smoke weed. Don't do anything like that. Go in there like with a clear head, and you focus on what you're gonna work on, and zen out, man. Just become one with your machine. Once you get it started, once you get going, it's hard to shut it off.
Right. Now, have you seen, because I have space in the garage, and I told the world I was not going to buy any more junk, but have you seen anything like super special that you've noticed while death scrolling on Marketplace?
Lately?
Yeah.
I've only been looking at Sportster stuff.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. Usually, I'll make a couple of runs through there over the course of a day. But lately, like the last couple of weeks or so, I've got a project that I want to build for the channel, and so I'm looking for bits and pieces for that, so that I've got it all on hand. And I don't have to go hunting for it once we start. So, but what do you bring that up?
Because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess.
Oh, you want to know the project?
No, but yes. Something that I have plenty to work on, but there's always that one new thing, that'd be like, ooh. So if someone would donate like an El Camino or a Bronco or a, Ranchero or something interesting.
Okay. Why don't you take the Belvedere over to your place, okay, and set it up for drag and drive?
But the Belvedere's done.
It's not done. We could put first. It could use an overdrive transmission. So
yeah,
we could build an overdrive transmission for it. It needs street wiring for lights and stuff like that. I actually got a pair of buckets, headlight buckets, and rings for it.
Okay.
It needs all of that stuff added to it, and then it needs to be worked out. So all the bugs are worked out. Has to have an exhaust system built for it. Like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to it. Once you take that thing over to your place, turn it into a drag and drive car, and then go drag and drive.
Yeah, because I have weeks of time just to go and drive around the country.
Well, I mean, they have like the one that just did the Six Smokies. They came right through our neighborhood over here.
Yeah, and I was up there on that Tuesday, and it was highly disappointing.
Was it?
Yeah. So
what was disappointing about it? Because I didn't go.
I guess I was expecting more of an entertainment circuits. It was just a bunch of guys standing around old rusty cars and eating hot dogs and talking to their.
It's a participant thing. It's not a spectator thing.
Well, I think it is more of a spectator thing, and if you're in from the outside, it's boring. It's like a power tour. Okay, done it. Click. Okay.
Right.
So, maybe it's more just finding the garbage. So anyway, I'll figure something out.
Go Big Garage 66. How long have you been doing lives? I just recently started. It's a slow process. We're getting maybe 20 viewers in a live per episode, but it's growing quick. Just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, consistency. Yeah.
Yeah, we started doing lives. God. Zero, you were around when and Fubar, I think you guys were around when we started doing lives. It had to be 2018, the end of 2018, early 2019. So we've been doing lives for a really long freaking time. But just stay with it. Just stay with it. I watched the live last night. I'm
gonna look at his channel here. Hang on. Go ahead.
Yeah, go look at his channel. Let us know when you're gonna have a live. I'll pop in. I'm not gonna say anything. I can't say anything.
Yeah. Go Big Garage. Okay. He's got 1,700 subscribers, so he's doing well.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Just 1,700 and one more. I just hit the button for you. So, let's see. He does when are his lives? Tuesday nights.
Tuesday night. I can't.
He did one. Well, he did one Friday and pick a night, sir.
Yeah. Do it consistently, same time, and the same night every week. That's a big part of it. People.
Yeah, because he's got ones on Thursday and Saturday and Tuesday and what. Yeah, you could do multiple, but don't bounce.
I'll try to pop in.
Yeah.
There's this one guy. I'm not going to mention any of his channel. Okay. He's trying so hard to be me. It's not funny. It's weird. It's really, really weird. Yeah, and I watched the live that he did last night. It's just weird. And
is he rolling cigarettes in the whole thing too, or what?
No, not doing the cigarettes. But oh god, here's the problem. He's an idiot. Like I wouldn't mind it if the guy actually had something between his freaking ears. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, imitation is the best form of flattery, right? And
right.
This guy's just poof. Nobody home.
You missed a super chat from Jimmy Luce.
Jimmy Luce, thank you, Jimmy. UTG, I'm so excited. Yay! I met Big Daddy for the first time Saturday at the California Hot Rod Reunion at Formosa and Bakerfield. He first raced there in 1959. And I have nothing but respect for the old man. He's unique for sure. But it's nice when you get to meet your heroes. So in fact, I do my own thing. I try rather hard not to pick up things from other people. Everybody shares ideas. You know what I'm saying? They share ideas. and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't do a direct copy. But this guy he's got his channel name mimics mine, his logo mimics mine. He does like a question and answer type of thing. He does these like tech videos, and he's an idiot. Like you gotta. I'm not gonna mention.
Send me his information so we don't have to.
The guy is lost without a clue. I have no idea where. Oh please. I'll tell you about it afterwards, Dr. Art.
Oh, okay.
All right. Go check it out and you tell me what you think. Wait. Let's do this. Dr. Art, I'm going to text you.
Okay. And through interpretive dance, we'll let the others know.
I'm going to text you. I'm going to text the name of his channel, okay? And then you go check it out real quick, right? And you tell me what you think. All right.
So Go Big Garage has got a bunch of people subbing to him now, so that's nice. Appreciate that, everybody.
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a rip off just by the name, but okay.
Yeah. You go check out the channel. I'll keep these guys going.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, Mexican Spec just put up the link to Dr. Art's channel. He does need your subs. He got nuked by no fault of his own, and now he's climbing back up again.
Oh, he's so terrible. His channel name doesn't even come up right away.
Barry Coon is saying, am I right that Big Daddy can be a bit gruff sometimes?
Well, he's old.
Yes. Well, I knew him when he wasn't old. Yes, he could be. Listen, he's unique. But he has earned, as far as I'm concerned, he has earned the right to be unique. He's earned, he's short. He reminds me of Jenkins, because Jenkins was the same way, like grumpy. He wasn't grumpy. Actually, Jenkins was just a very direct guy, and he would like pause before he answered you. Like, so if you ask him a question, he'd like just look at you, and you're like, why what do I do? What do I say? And then the words would start rolling out of his mouth because he needed that little extra time. He wanted to give you the right answer, so he came off as kind of gruff, right? But he was anything but. And Garlitz is pretty much the same way. He'll pause for a minute, he'll bark and answer. And the older he gets, the louder he barks, or the quicker he barks. But
the only one I'm finding with that name has 4 subscribers.
No, are you serious?
Yeah. And he's just got 3 lawnmower videos, so that's probably not him. I don't know what's.
No, that's not him.
And that was a secret.
What was that?
She wanted to come in, and that was a secret.
What was the secret? I'm not saying the channel's name. I just sent it to Dr. Art.
Neither of us are saying the name, Kathy.
Is that the right name?
I believe so, yeah.
Or was it?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it with or without the apostrophe, and then neither way came up.
You can't find it? No, that's it.
Find it.
Hang on. Okay, this is. Okay, Kathy's like, this is a secret.
She's monitoring us from the other room.
She's always checking on me.
Lurking Kathy.
Look, Kathy's always lurking. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Are you searching YouTube or you searching Google?
I'm searching YouTube. I got a YouTube page open. I typed in. Let's try it that way. Let's just try the abbreviation.
Yeah. The abbreviation, because he goes by the abbreviation. Let's see.
No, nothing there either.
Sweaty fat guy. Oh, sorry for saying it. I'm still gonna make a hater channel to hate on you. Go for it, man. Do it.
Yeah.
But I think I will do it with AI. You'll love it. I will. I miss my. I had such awesome trolls. I had Brian Cabral, who the guy made a video about me literally every single day. I had this other guy.
Here.
How was his name? Mr. Will. If this guy, Mr. Will. Yeah, Kathy found it.
Do you want me to
Oh, yeah.
send it to you?
He's only got. Wait, no, that's not him.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Huh?
not. That's
It's
not him.
not?
That's not him.
How many is there?
I don't know. There must
How
be
many
more.
are there?
I don't know.
Uh,
We're hijacking the live doing this here.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, hang on. Kathy, answer a question. Here, go ahead.
Philip Reed 7099. Thanks for the
Say the
super chat.
name. No. No.
Any tips for welding floor pan on a classic Beetle?
Any hints?
Better.
No. Tony shouldn't have said anything. Tony
Well, I'm a dick.
shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Hang on, I'm looking. Let's see. Oh, you got a super chat, Tony.
What is it?
Any tips for welding a floor pan on a classic Beetle? Battery acid has claimed another Beetle floor pan.
So welding a floor pan on a classic. No different than any other engine. No.
They're looking at the reflection in your glasses. Why don't you just let it go, Tony? Let it go.
No, Rocco, he doesn't do model train videos. That's not who you're thinking of.
I don't know how
You sent me a message. What? What? No, just leave it. Stop.
Wait a minute. I want to start to see this.
I'll find it and I'll send it to him. Okay?
Hang on. I'm obsessed now.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
Okay, Mexican stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe nothing. Yes.
What's this?
Oh my goodness.
yeah, we got
Why
to
is this channel guessing game so important, Tony?
I
You
don't
know
know.
that it's not that important. You shouldn't have said anything, Tony.
No, I can't find it. He might have canceled his channel.
No, he didn't.
He may have been watching this and just
He
decided
thinks
to
too
cancel it
highly
when we're
of
talking about
himself.
him.
Don't worry, he can cancel his channel. Perhaps it's a spoof channel. That would make sense, but it's not.
He keeps coming up on my recommendations.
Yeah.
Really?
All right. Yeah. All right. I'll figure it out. I'll straighten out. I'll solve the mystery at some point.
All right.
All right. There you go.
Okay.
Answer questions.
We'll
You
get back to
don't
this.
answer
though.
questions.
No, you're supposed to answer questions.
I thought we'd answer questions together. Come on. This is romantic. This is like romanticism.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This is very nice.
Very nice. Molly Jane is trying to tell us. Yes,
Yes.
she is.
Telling us a story.
All
Oh.
his views will be from Tony. I didn't get it.
No,
Why
he
are
did
you
it.
obsessed with
He
that?
did a live last night,
Oh my goodness.
and it was labeled the best tech question and answer on YouTube.
You're giving it away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go find it.
I'll go
All right.
find it.
You don't need me now. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Have a good time.
Mexican Spec says he sent a
I
message to you
know,
on the
I'm
phone.
gonna go there right now.
Okay.
Going there right now. Out of here.
Force is an extremely nice guy. Humble? I don't know about humble. I that's a word that I would not associate with him, but he is a very nice guy. Absolutely.
And he's got good fake teeth. So that yeah. Anyway,
and he's very generous. I'll tell you that right now because we were beneficiaries of his generosity when I was racing with Bobby Lagana. Because Austin Coyle was married to Bobby's niece, Lisa, and Force would send over care packages with Austin for us. So Austin would come over with milk crates full of pistons and rods and bearings and all stuff that they put a couple of runs on and were cycling out of. So we benefited greatly from the generosity of both him and Austin. So. Robert Hayes probably watching it just to race his channel. I wouldn't doubt it. No lie.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that no one has spoofed my channel. I rarely get trolls. I used to, like 2 years ago. I used to get a bunch. I haven't had any lately, really.
Let's see. Uncle Shoney's garage.
Uncle Shoney's. It's the buffet channel. Hey.
Oh, they had these meat things in gravy. It just absolutely drove me crazy. It was amazing.
Shoney's. Oh, like the nondescript meatballs in the brown gravy.
Oh,
yeah,
dude. I would sit and eat there until I got sick. I'm just rolling back through here. Clatra knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Who does?
Clatra.
Oh, okay.
It's going back there. Oh, I gotta answer this. Because I gotta brag. Okay. Rope 1958. Where does his border collie rate on the speed list? Nowhere near mine, because my Molly Jane, my puppy, she's only 11 and a half months old right now. Okay, so she's not eligible to actually make competitive runs. She can't do it until she's a year. She ran 28.1 miles an hour. 28.1 miles an hour. She is, by the numbers, the 51st fastest border collie in the world. Okay, out of 465 border collies that compete in Fast Cat, she would be number 51, and that was only her third run ever. So yes, my Molly Jane is a rocket, an absolute rocket. We're gonna go for number one.
Clayton's toolbox there.
Clayton's toolbox. If you were to build an engine and transmission to go 1 million miles or more, and you could use any brand, what would you choose?
Not in the world. Not in the world.
Not in the world?
No, not in the world.
What do you mean?
That's only in the U.S.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Not in the world.
Look. She's a rocket. My Molly is a freaking rocket.
She is not in the world. It's in the
Go
US.
away.
You go away.
Go away. You don't talk shit about Molly.
A million miles, I'd probably have to do like a Cummins diesel. If a million miles was the goal,
I would go with a 5.2 Magnum.
Really?
Yeah, a cast ring engine ain't going to do it without breaking it down. But a stainless ring engine, yes. So I would go with a Magnum, and I would maintain it like fanatically, and I think it would do it.
Yeah, okay.
Josh Homan, make an engine go 1 million miles is a tall order. Yeah, but it's done fairly frequently.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of. It just takes a lot of maintenance and a lot of dedication to keeping things in order. I mean, it doesn't happen by accident. Nobody accidentally gets 1 million miles out of an engine, but it's done. Let's see. Yeah, the million mile Volvo. There's a couple of million. I think there's a couple.
Yeah.
Of and Mercedes is. There's several known million mile cars out there. So along those lines, I completely forgot about this. Now, I don't know how many miles are on the car. It's impossible for me to know. But I have a car we call Mrs. Landy. It's a 64 Dart 170/6. And this car was purchased the same, just about the time of the Kennedy assassination. It was purchased brand new by a family in Memphis in 1963, right? November 1963. And until I bought it, and I bought it, I'm going to say in 2015, 2014, 2014, I think. Until I bought it, it had been in continuous use in that family. It was passed down from kid to kid to kid as everybody's first car. And I was the first person out of the family to buy it. And so the thing about it had been in continuous use for 50 years. How many miles does it have?
And that's now it's set around your shop for the last 10.
It sat around the shop. I stopped driving it altogether.
Oh, you drove it for a while?
That was my daily for almost like 7 or 8 years.
Really?
Yeah, that was my daily.
Oh, okay.
I stopped driving it 5 years ago. I stopped driving it when we had the storage units. When we were shooting videos out of the storage units. That was about the last time I used it. So it's been parked for about 6 years. Let's see. Mark Survey saying there was a million-mile taxi in Montreal. McIntyre Tyler. That's a hard one to say. Why do dealerships want an arm and a leg for torque to yield bolts, rod bolts, and mains specifically? Because they can rob you that way.
Yeah, they have to support that big building and all those lights outside and all those employees and all those cars on the lot. It's expensive, and you have to pay for it.
As a lifelong mechanic and a lifelong engine guy, and Dr. Art, another one, between the two of us is like 100 years of experience. I see absolutely no valid reason for torque to yield anything. No reason for it, other than to make the hardware disposable and force you to go buy more.
Yeah, anything torque to yield, you just torque it till it stops twisting and it's tight. That's how I did the head bolts on the used LS motor in the Ranger. You're supposed to torque them to this much, and the quarter turn, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's about 95 foot-pounds. That should be good for head bolts. Cool.
I go to what I would typically, so if it's like a 7/16 bolt, I'll go around 80 pounds on it, right? If it's a half-inch bolt, I'll go 100 pounds on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just ballparking it, and I've never had a problem.
No.
Try Kid, what Japanese or German manufactured vehicle would you be okay with owning, or would you want to modify? VW Beetle, Nissan, Jaguar, Volvo. Okay, true VW Beetle, like real VW Beetle. Yes, just yes. I love those cars. They're awesome. Nissan.
Yeah, like an old 510 like this.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. That would be very cool.
Or one of them 510 wagons, or some little 4-cylinder stick shift cars that never die.
It was their version of the BMW, the 2002.
Yeah, they're great, fun little cars. Yeah.
The only Nissan, I had a couple of early Z cars. I would get another one. I like it. Jaguars are just beautiful, but the engines
are crap. Yeah.
Mechanically they're shit, but they're just beautiful cars. I had a Volvo. Cat was really Kathy's car. Is a mid '80s 240. I'm sorry, early '80s 240. That was great. But if I was to being the Luddite that I am, I'd probably go to Beetle.
That's one thing. I've never owned a Beetle. I built multiple engines for them, and I had a little Porsche 914, but never a Beetle.
I had a couple when I was a kid, because
Yeah.
when we were 14, 15 years old, we'd all chip in and buy a Beetle for like $30.
$50 car. Yeah.
You know, you're running around the neighborhood, you know, try to evade the cops.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that there was a class called Modified Compact in late '70s, mid to late '70s, drag racing class called Modified Compact, and they had some VW Beetles, and Carmen Gia's running in that class. They were mind blowing, just awesome cars. But I never hot rodded one.
They're so easy.
Yeah, I've worked on plenty of them.
I remember when I was very young, probably 14, 15 years old, a buddy had a bug and he was going to redo it and he wanted to make it run better. So, okay, well, let's port the heads. I actually took a wire wheel on a drill because that aluminum was so soft and just and hooked it out. Okay, good. They're hogged out and ported.
Well, those are magnesium, no?
Could be whatever it was soft.
Yeah.
They just use that.
Yeah, you'd be able to port it with a wire wheel.
Pressure to drill it, yeah. Ported them to size. Hey, you're good.
Let's see. Oh, interesting. Mark Survey saying the million-mile taxi in Montreal was a '63 Plymouth Fury that was still used as a taxi about 17 years ago. A French celebrity bought the taxi to preserve it. Was it a poly head or was it a slant? I'm going to look that up. Hang on.
I would think it would almost have to be a slant to get that many miles.
Take over, Dart. Dart. There you go. I bet you that Ding Dong erased his channel. He's probably lurking in the back here.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, and erased his channel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Tony Bakersfield is having Nostalgia Drags in November. Well, we ain't gonna make it in November. Sorry.
I ain't making it to Bakersfield, period.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 63 Plymouth Fury driven by a Canadian taxi driver, Joseph, which amassed over 1.6 million miles. Oh, Jesus. By 1999.
I mean, that thing had to be so worn out.
1.6 million miles with one source specifying 1,620,000 miles by 1999. The outcome, the car was retired from service after being totaled in an accident. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah. The oldest living car gets totaled. Yeah.
Oh. All par forms. I just want to see what the drivetrain combination was.
King's Rule. I'm on Monday night, 7:00 Central.
It doesn't say what engine is in it. Yeah, well, I'll find out. That's cool. A 63 plus.
Yeah. Now he's fucking with you.
Well, then they don't need me there, do they?
No.
In a way, I kind of feel bad for him.
Why? Because he has a speech impediment?
No, nothing like that. But I can see that he's lost. YouTube is a tough world.
It is. He's doing all these. I'll drive around and look at old crap and run lots of B-roll for an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell he's lost. He knows what to do. He needs to go back to his magazine roots and construct his channel not that I have any place to tell somebody with Fireburger how to do things, but he needs to go back to his magazine roots, and he needs to construct his channel the way he would construct a magazine flow sheet, okay, and pace his videos out like that, and forget about trying to compete with people who do a very specialized thing, right? And then he would do really, really good. But I don't want to.
You can't be Derek.
You cannot be. No. He invented his whole thing.
Right.
He owns that space. Freiberger needs to do roadkill stuff again. No, that's the problem. No, there's already people doing better roadkill than he can do. Right. Remember, his resources doesn't have the resources anymore. So there are people out there who are doing a better roadkill than he's able to do today. So he has to let those people do their thing and go back to his magazine mentality when you construct a magazine. And he has to not worry about the views he gets on each video, right? Pretend that doesn't even exist. Just put out videos that will be watched over time. And when you have enough of them out there, you get a nice fat check.
Build hot rod 57 Chevys and things. And
Willie King saying, actually like him a little better post. Yes, he's been humbled. Remember, you go from, like I said, I feel for him because he's gone from being the television golden child with all of the resources
and being catered to and getting paid all this money,
being catered to and flown around and what do you need? Here's 3 of them, okay? And running around with a film crew and a sound crew and people who take care of all of these things ahead of time, they find the hotels and blah, 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 blah. A full production company to like, oh my God, it's me and this freaking GoPro. And that is not an easy step to take. So I feel for him. I honestly do. I know what he's going through. I know what he's up against. And it's he'll get it. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Viva La Cruz on the bottom there. No. Yeah.
We built a 4200 and I'm thinking about doing another. However, I want to do more performance upgrades to it. Do you have any experience with this motor or recommendations? I do not. That's the little motor that they put in
it's the big. Yeah, it's the big of the little motor, but a 4200 with a cam, and then I can't remember because I built one of those for that 62 Falcon rat rod.
The problem is the integral intake manifold.
Yeah, but you can get around that because they make a real nice cam from like Bronco Specialties. I think that's where the guy got it from. And you can take that, and it needs gears, so you can take that stock 200 if it's a manual, and there's an adapter plate, so you can put a T5 behind it.
Okay.
And you put a T5 with that low gear and the 200 and that cam and a decent exhaust, and it ran like a bigger motor, and that thing got like 38 miles in a gallon, and you grind shift gears and peel rubber. And
what I remember guys doing back in the day with those engines, and this is like a long, long time ago, was they would add flanges to the intake manifold to add 2 more carbs to it.
Yeah.
The
Well done.
carbs.
Yeah.
So you get a flange. Actually, I think if you go searching into the street rod world, you'll find like carb-based flanges, because a lot of like weld it yourself manifolds, and you add 2 more carburetors to that log intake manifold. Because in my mind, that was always the biggest stumbling block for those little engines.
That little thin, integrated. Well, the 200 is bigger than like the 144, the 170, but
It still has that.
Yeah, that's still built into the head.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do stuff with them, and you can experiment with different ears of heads, because they made a 200 with a big valve closed chamber cylinder head. That's a big improvement over the like the regular like passenger car small valve big combustion chamber one. I don't remember off the top of my head like numbers or anything like that, but that's what was sourced. So it was a big valve, small combustion chamber, nice cam. It was a decent little engine.
Wheelie King is saying, talking about David, he actually is a real deal car guy, and he is. He just needs to be himself and humble. Like you said, lose the ego. It's not that. It's not that. All of the TV guys, not just him, but all of the TV guys are all doing the same thing, and they're all trying to follow the leader, which is Vice Grip, and they're using his template, and you can't compete with that. He created his own genre, has his own following, and people will accept no substitutes. There's a couple of other channels that were doing it before him, and they still do okay with it. The whole will it run and drive it wherever they're going to drive it. But all of the TV guys, the thing with what I see is, because remember now I'm on the inside looking out, right? And I see all of the TV guys all doing the same thing. They're spending ludicrous amounts of money. It's like they're all spending money as if they're still on the payroll of their Motor Trend. And like there's somebody with a Hemi-powered 55 Chevy, okay, who literally goes through more consumables making a video, like running his car, than he can profit from the video itself. I don't know where the money comes from, because it's certainly not coming from YouTube. I know exactly what I can tell you to the penny what these guys are making. And there's another guy, another former TV guy that runs a shop up in the Northeast, very well known name. I have no idea. The way these guys spend money on projects.
Well, their projects have gotten smaller too, but
dude, even still, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Even still, you start adding it up, and it's like, just no way. You're operating at a loss. This is a dead end. So
right, and they have people like employees and things, and and all kinds of overhead. So.
I remember watching VGG before he got big. We started at the same time. We started at the same time, and we had the same number of subs. We had the same number of views, and then he just, wow, you know what I mean? I stayed
here, because he would have to.
I mean, he took off like a rocket.
He digging up like old snowmobiles and anything to get his fingers on to make a video.
But yeah, I'm not shit talking any of these guys. I don't want to ever be misquoted by saying, "Oh, you don't know what they're doing." They're losing. No, what I'm saying is the adjustment period that they're making from the life that they had and the way videos are produced and the way projects were built is completely different than YouTube. And I see the mathematical mistakes that they're making, because this is what I do. This is how I make a living, so I know what it is.
Mm-hmm. And Kathy never sent me that name, so he either pulled his channel or he's changed the name or something.
I'll bet you he pulled the channel. So I mean, based on his whole spiel, because he had a hat very similar to mine. He had a
Yeah.
logo on his shirt very similar to mine.
Yeah.
He was doing a live with his wife off camera, reading the questions, and he was like,
he had a Kathy too, huh?
"Oh yeah, oh no, I'm telling you," and he was doing these videos on oh god, best intake manifolds to use, right? And it's like the guy obviously had no idea what he was talking about. I was stupefied by it. I'm not going to say the name because it's not cool to pick on smaller channels.
Right, you're right. Or you don't need to call it out.
Right. If it was a bigger channel, you know what I mean, a similar sized channel or a bigger channel, that's fair game. But it's not cool to punch down. Liberty Talk FM. Haggerty's videos have crazy production specs budgets. Yeah, but think about what they're part of a huger industry. So it's like, yeah, they can afford to do that. That's apples and oranges to making YouTube videos. You gotta understand, making YouTube videos. Here, look, here, pretend this is a GoPro, okay? Here you go. Well, I'm making a YouTube video. This is how I have to make a YouTube video. This is it. This is the sole production of this, okay? Of everything that we do. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Try kid. If Tony would shit talk my channel, would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, this guy's a loser. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh my God, go take.
Try kid, Jesus.
Yeah, go eat a tuna sandwich or something. Go away.
Go eat your Twinkies and go home. Yes.
Let's see. Dulcich gave up on it. It looks like it. It looks like it. But he hasn't posted anything in like 3 months.
Well, he was kind of a sidekick anyway, so.
Yeah, but he's fully capable. Like he's another one. He's like Freiberger. They have magazine backgrounds. So and but that's how I'm able to do this because I have a magazine background. And so I construct my channel by covering. I use the shotgun approach. Okay, it's like I don't focus on one particular genre. It's everything in the world of American traditional muscle car, hot rod, drag race, and now traditional American motorcycle, right? That sort of thing. Okay, so I'm a magazine based on that, and I'll jump from topic to topic and keep the variety going. You see what I'm saying? And these guys, like Freiberger and like Dulcich, they have the same magazine background. They know how to make a magazine. So, but they don't. They're not doing it, and that's why they're not doing. And then they're too busy focused on the immediate views. And you can't do YouTube like that. YouTube has to be a long game, right? For any of you guys who are considering doing YouTube, okay, it's a long game. Do not worry about the views you get on the video you post today or tomorrow. It doesn't make any difference, okay? Just keep posting, but make sure that you understand that YouTube is it's not an entertainment platform. The algorithm is not set up for entertainment. The algorithm is set up as a search engine. And so if you do a video on, let's say, Ford water pump replacement, right? Whatever happens, okay, 302 Ford water pump replacement. You post that video and it's going to get 15 friggin' views. Okay, you're going to be like, oh my God, what a piece of shit. But from now until YouTube ends, everybody who searches Ford water pump replacement is going to get steered towards that video. And you'll see that video that you put out that got, let's say, 100 views the day you put it out. When you go check it 5 years from now, 6 years from now, it's got 40,000 views. And it's been paying you all along. And that's how you do YouTube. If you only focus on the video that you're making today, forget it. There's no future.
You'll pull your hair out. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll pull your hair out. And the video that you make to get the views today or this week, okay, it's not structured for search. You see, as opposed to, Holly's secondary metering plate identification. Okay, right? That's structured for long-term search. Everybody searches Holly, or was Holly jetting, Holly this, Holly that. They're going to come. They're going to get served that video. That's how you do YouTube without driving yourself crazy and making yourself poor. Spend a lot of money on projects and zigzagging all over the country. I know this because it's what I do.
Yeah, some of the biggest videos when the previous version of the channel, you put them out and you're like, oh, that was a lot of work. Like I said, and it's, yay, 200 views in the first week. But 2 years later, it's got 30,000 views. So.
It's not bullshit. Tony in the fetal position in a tree is great entertainment. Throwing cars is entertainment. Look, when we first started this channel, it was like, just, like, we're just going to do, right? A harebrained idea popped into my head. We were just going to do. And so, we did. But those videos didn't get us on the map. The two videos got us going, right? The first one was everything you need to know about an Edelbrock carburetor in under a minute. That got huge views on Facebook. So it didn't get big views on YouTube, but it got huge views on Facebook. So we got a lot of name recognition out of that. And then the scam, that red duster that I went to look at with the girl Paige, that got like 2 million views. And so then it's got almost 6 million views now. But those are the two things that put us on the map. Everything else is like we were just throwing shit out there to have fun. I know, Jimmy. I can't get monetized. You got to get money. If I curse in a video, if I smoke in a video, it gets knocked down. It's a difference between like a $20 or $25 CPM and an $8 CPM. And I'm a sellout. What can I tell you? I'm a sellout.
Well, look what time it is, sir.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. It flew, Dr. Art.
Yeah, Wednesday night flew by.
Now I'm hungry.
Well, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for, yeah.
You love the video where we mailed someone a slice of pizza.
Oh, did you? I didn't get they closed that Mexican restaurant with the green meat and the bugs that you like to go to.
Oh, they closed it months ago, man. I've been in a depression on every Sunday.
I just drove by that and I'm like, oh, they're closed. And I was going to ask you about it, but I forgot for like a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Please. All right. So, Dr. Art, what do you need to promote or talk about?
The new, go over to the new channel if you haven't so far. Watch a video, click the button. It's free. There's a link in the description of all the videos to go to Midnight Speed Labs. Go there and take a look, see if there's something you like, want to give to someone for Christmas. Go ahead and purchase it. It'll be a lovely gift. And then Monday nights live, 7 p.m. Be there. Kind of fun.
Yes, and Mexican Spec put up a link to his channel, so guys, go over there and give him a sub. Fubar put up a link to my merch, which every little bit helps. Thank you so much. We weren't doing merch for a little while. We scaled way back because situations here, but everything's going good. So we're back selling merch. So thank you, Fubar, for putting up that link. And just thank you guys in general, right? Mexican Spec, Fubar, and Zero. Thank you guys so much. As always, the greatest mods in all of YouTube, in all of media, in within the realm of civilization. They are the greatest mods, the most loyal guys ever. Thank you. Everybody contributed with Super Chat. Thank you so much. It's always appreciated but never expected. And everybody who contributed with your presence and your conversation, thank you equally. Everybody except what was that kid's name?
Yeah, Trike Kid, 20 years.
Trike Kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a doofus. So whatever you do, don't go over there and don't look at his channel and don't sub anything.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So that's it. I think
That's it. Hit the button.
We're done. We're done.
Adios. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, all. Thank you so much.
See you later.
And stream.